Hello, Sam-ariffic science fans! This video is going to be a little different. Instead of talking about science, I'm going to make this week's episode about one of my favorite book series, The Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini. I'm going to make a small series about books with 3 or 4 episodes called Book Rambles, so I hope you enjoy this series. Before we start off today's video though, spoilers for all the main series books in the Inheritance Cycle, but especially Book 4, Inheritance. You have been warned. Today we're gonna unfold the world of elves. This video is going to be a bit of a debate. Should Arya be Queen of the Elves? I'm gonna split the video into 2 parts. Why Arya should be Queen and why she shouldn't. But first, I quickly want to talk about how she came to power. As an Inheritance Cycle fan will know, the main plot of the books was taking down the evil King Galbatorix. For nearly 100 years, he ruled king, and the thing was, unlike most humans, he couldn't die of old age and he knew magic. This was because he was a dragon rider. I won't go into depth about how he betrayed the riders, but just know that he did, and he was the only living rider left. That he knew of, anyway. After this, only the riders whose dragons had died remained, one of which was named Brom. Brom ended up founding a rebel group called the Voden, which the elves supported. Eventually, Arya joined the Voden as an ambassador for the elves. However, she also fought in battles. During the fight at the human capital, Urubane, the entire elven army, including the Queen Islandazi, was there. Unfortunately, while the Voden won that battle and Galbatorix was killed, Islandazi also fell. After a while, Arya was voted in as their new leader. But why did the elves choose her? Let's find out in the prose section. So the elves voted her in, but she was also Islandazi's daughter. But elves don't have a royal family like that. They vote in their leaders, who are there until they die. Being a princess, she was already somewhat used to having authority, and the people already knew her. Another important reason is that she had more experience with the other races of Allegasia. As well as the elves, there are also humans, dwarves, dragons, urgles, and werecats. I think that it is important for the queen to be familiar with the other races, but for over 100 years the elves had been in hiding, so not a lot of people could say that they did know the other races. We also can't forget that this is a new era for the whole of Allegasia. The elves aren't going to be hiding and do well in the Voden anymore. They're going to be interacting more with the other races. And the fact that Auric, Nasuada, and Grimmer Halfpaw all know Arya will make the political things a little easier. Now, if any of you are big-time Inheritance Cycle fans, you'll know that there is one more thing I haven't mentioned yet. The fact that Queen Arya is also a dragon rider. Right after Galbatorix was defeated, Arya began bringing a green dragon egg to the elves. But on the way there, it hatched for her. The dragon's name was Funin. This is at the same time a reason that she should be queen and a reason she shouldn't. A nice pro is that it makes it much easier for her to get around Allegasia. If she has to meet with King Auric, for example, it'll be much faster to get there by dragonback than by boat. But at the same time, this could also be a con. I have been in the camp that Arya should not be queen since I heard that she was bonded with Funin and ruler of the elves at the same time. My sole reasoning? Riders aren't supposed to be more bonded with one race than the others, and ruling a race is basically as bonded with them as you can get. The riders are supposed to be going around helping people and fighting evil. They need to be willing to help anyone. What if, for example, the elves went to war with the urgles, and then the urgles needed a rider's help? A normal rider, even an elf, would be much more willing to help than the elven queen. And that's because typically normal riders are much more free of interracial problems, but being queen takes away that freedom. Another con that I've heard is that having another rider-ruler combo right after finally defeating Galbatorix is super dumb. But it's really different for humans and elves. For one thing, riders and elves have the same lifespan, forever unless killed. And secondly, unlike the humans, where few non-riders use magic, and the ones that do aren't as powerful as riders, all elves use magic and it grows more powerful with age. So yeah, I don't really count this as a reason. If anything, it's good that she can be taken down if needed. My final con to Arya being queen today is that she has so little experience, and if a war were to happen soon, Arya may not know how to help in the way she needed to. Her mother was thousands of years old. She knew her stuff. But for the sake of elven existence, I hope the elves don't go to war for a minimum 5,000 years. So, to wrap this up, Arya won't be a perfect queen, but she may be the best one for the job, especially with her familiarity with the other races. But the fact that she's a rider is kinda bad. The fact that Thorn hatched for Arya is a good thing, but it raises some issues. Anyway, that's about all for this video, Sam-ariffic science fans. Regardless of how this video performs, there are a few more book videos I want to make. If you have any ideas for future videos, book videos, or normal videos, comment them down below. Sam-ariffic science fans, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.